What if the divine wasn't just in scriptures, but danced through festivals, walked through temples, and lived in timeless stories? Hinduism brings the sacred into everyday life through festivals of light, holy rivers, sacred temples, and epic narratives of duty, love, and liberation. What if a building could hold the presence of the infinite? A mandir is not just architecture, it is the physical embodiment of the cosmos, where the soul meets the divine. Every structure, from the sanctum to the tower, mirrors the spiritual journey inward. The deity isn't a statue, it's a living force awakened through mantra and ritual. In the quiet of a mandir, you don't just pray, you connect, surrender, and awaken. The temple is not just built of stone, it's built of devotion. What if certain places on earth offered a shortcut to the heavens? A tirtha is a sacred pilgrimage site, believed to be a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Rivers like Ganga, mountains like Kailash, and cities like Varanasi are charged with divine energy. Going on a pilgrimage isn't just travel, it's transformation. You leave behind the worldly, walk with humility, and return reborn. Tirtha is where the earth opens and the heavens descend. What if millions came together just to touch the divine? Kumbh Mela is the largest spiritual gathering on earth, where millions bathe at the confluence of holy rivers to cleanse lifetimes of karma. Held every 12 years in 4 sacred cities, it celebrates the divine nectar of immortality that fell to earth. Saints, yogis, and seekers from all traditions gather to share truth, chant mantras, and merge into oneness. Kumbh is not just an event, it's the living heartbeat of Sanatana, Dharma. What if the darkest night could shine with the soul's brilliance? Diwali celebrates the victory of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and good over evil. Homes are lit with lamps, symbolizing the awakening of inner light. It commemorates Lord Rama's return to Ayodhya, Lakshmi's blessings, and the start of a new spiritual year. But Diwali isn't just about fireworks. It's a reminder that even in chaos, light always returns. What if joy could dissolve ego and bring us closer to truth? Holi is the festival of colors, celebrating the playful love between Radha and Krishna and the burning of evil through the story of Holika. On this day, differences melt away. Everyone becomes equal under the vibrant cloud of color. Laughter replaces fear, and unity replaces division. Holi is not just play, it's spiritual renewal through joy. In Holi's riot of color, the soul becomes colorless, pure, and free. What if 9 nights could awaken the goddess within you? Navratri honors the 9 forms of Devi, representing strength, compassion, wisdom, and transformation. Each night is devoted to a different aspect, from Shailaputri to Siddhadatri, symbolizing the journey from chaos to clarity. Through fasting, dancing, and worship, devotees purify the body and mind to invoke Shakti. Navratri is not a festival, it's a sacred inner war that ends in spiritual victory. What if love itself could become a shield? Raksha Bandhan is the festival of sibling love, where sisters tie a sacred thread, Rakhi, on their brothers, and brothers vow to protect them. But beyond blood ties, it's a celebration of trust, loyalty, and connection. It reminds us that relationships, when rooted in Dharma, become spiritual anchors. The Rakhi is not just a thread, it's a circle of divine protection woven with love. What if the universe was born in the form of a child playing a flute? Janmashtami celebrates the birth of Krishna, the divine incarnation of love, wisdom, and cosmic play. Born at midnight to destroy evil, Krishna's arrival is marked with fasting, singing, and reenactments of his divine childhood. He is not just a god, he is joy personified, teaching devotion through music, mischief, and miraculous love. When Krishna is born in the heart, life becomes a lila. What if one night could merge you with eternity? Mahashivratri is the great night of Shiva, when yogis stay awake in deep meditation, chanting Om Namah Shivaya and surrendering to the inner light. It marks the union of Shiva and Shakti, and the moment when darkness meets transcendence. Fasting, silence, and inward focus become tools to awaken the Shiva within. On this night, the universe becomes still, and in that stillness, God is revealed. What if one story held the code for a righteous life? The Ramayana is not just an epic, it is a spiritual blueprint. It tells the tale of Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, and Hanuman, navigating duty, love, exile, and triumph. Every character represents a moral choice. Every scene, a spiritual lesson. Rama's life shows us how to live with honor, sacrifice, and dharma, even in the face of trials. The Ramayana is a mirror where you find your own story within its pages. What if the battlefield outside reflected the one within? The Mahabharata is the longest epic in the world, chronicling the war between Pandavas and Kauravas, but more deeply, between righteousness and desire. It contains the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's teachings on duty, detachment, and devotion. The Mahabharata is a universe in itself, filled with dharma, politics, karma, and the cost of choices. It's not just a story, it's a guide to living in a complex world without losing the self. What if grace could walk through fire and emerge stronger? Sita, the queen of Ayodhya, is the symbol of purity, resilience, and feminine power. Kidnapped by Ravana, tested by fire, and exiled while pregnant, Sita remains steadfast, grounded in inner strength and unwavering faith. She is not weak, she is Shakti veiled in silence. Sita teaches that true power is not loud, it is unyielding grace in the face of injustice. What if leadership was defined by sacrifice and truth? Rama, the prince who gave up the throne for duty, the husband who searched forests for his beloved, is the embodiment of Dharma. He rules not by power, but by values. His decisions are never for self, but for justice. Rama teaches that true kingship is selfless service. To walk the path of Rama is to walk the razor's edge of righteousness. What if God was your friend, your lover, and your teacher? Krishna is the multifaceted incarnation of Vishnu, playful in Vrindavan, wise in Kurukshetra, and deeply compassionate throughout. He is the flute player who melts hearts and the philosopher who delivers the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna doesn't demand worship. He invites love, surrender, and inner transformation. In him, the divine becomes human, and the human becomes divine. When Krishna enters your heart, life becomes a dance of divine joy. What if doubt itself led you to your highest truth? Arjuna, the Pandava prince and disciple of Krishna, represents the seeker in all of us. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, paralyzed by moral confusion, he lays down his bow. But through Krishna's guidance, he rises, not just as a warrior, but as a spiritual hero. Arjuna's journey is our own, facing fear, asking questions, and finding clarity. Through Arjuna, we learn that surrender to wisdom is the beginning of real strength.